Alrighty, I think we're recording. Countdown timer's behind the little arm on the mount, so let the Mercedes go by first. Happy Monday. Haven't done a Monday drive in a while. 21st of July. Car says it's 82 degrees outside. I don't quite think that's accurate. I think it's supposed to be about our high for the day, and that won't hit for a couple more hours. It was a pretty nice day. And I had this last weekend off. Anticipating having to work it, but early in the shift on Friday, the boss says, yeah, I'm not bringing you in this weekend. So then the whole rest of the shift, is there time to go home yet? Can I go home? I want to start my weekend. Can I leave now? Watch the roundabout here. Some bozos in their big pickup trucks that don't like to go around the roundabout. They like to just drive straight across because they don't think they have to follow the rules. Race to the next red light. I got the air conditioning on, so the windows are up. The light turned green. Nice. Hopefully that means it's going to be an easy roll into work. Yippee. Yeah, had the weekend off. Worked the previous weekend. Before that was 4th of July. Worked the weekend before that. But I didn't get jack squat done this weekend. Wanted to get the grass cut, didn't get around to that. Wanted to wash the car, didn't get around to that. Did laundry, cleaned up some stuff inside the house. Hardly spent any time at all outside. Got up on some YouTube videos. Wasn't feeling so great Saturday, but last week plus I've been having kind of a raw throat, like a bitter taste in my mouth. Still a little, I don't know if, when you get sick you can kind of taste the inside of your mouth. It kind of has a bitter taste to it. Roof of my mouth way back in my throat has kind of got that still going on. I still wake up with a really dry mouth. So I'm trying to stay extra hydrated. I know there's been some stuff going around lately. Yeah, I was not feeling good Saturday. Pretty poorly. Headache and achy back and sinusy. I don't know if it was just more allergies or just a brief little summer cold or what. Sunday it seemed to be better. Today's about the same, so. With the trucks this weekend at all. I wanted to get out and throw the battery in the Jimmy. Never got around to that. By the time I get out area at work. I'm still with the same crew. Oh, little Tesla got crunched. Right rear quarter. I've always heard when you get your Tesla munched up like that, good luck getting it fixed. It takes a while to get parts apparently. Yeah, now I'm in the main assembly building for the fuselage, whereas before I was kind of in an auxiliary line. The boss decided to shuffle some folks around. A couple of us hourly folks moving around, a couple of the salaried folks. Seems like everybody's okay with it. I mean, we're not going to completely different areas, so it's not like we have to learn all new people and whatnot. But I went from covering just one airplane that doesn't like to use the system a whole lot to covering 5 airplanes now. Started last week. Was actually there temporarily for a couple of weeks while my area was kind of in a work stoppage. Kind of in catch-up mode. So I got to know it a little bit. It'll be fun. Learn some new stuff. Just all new people on the floor now. The next big news I got to watch out for the next 14 weeks, they're going to be repaving Interstate 5 from essentially not this exit, but the next exit down, all the way just past where I jump off. It's going to be mostly overnight work. Some daytime lane closures for various things. Now they say 14 weeks. They're talking about southbound, and then when they're done, they're going to move over to the northbound side, and that's going to screw up the drive home. Because they're supposed to start the lane closure, if I remember correctly, it starts about 7 p.m. Assuming they're going to do the same on the other side. But I can't see them taking 14 weeks to pave these 4 miles on these, 4 or 5 lanes with the carpool lane over there. Is it going to be 7 and 7? Is this supposed to be 14 weeks total, both sides? The way they wrote the article, it's not easy to follow. The other thing is they didn't mention anything about this, or I didn't hear anything about this till Friday getting ready for work. Just happened to hear it on the radio. So this is about where it's supposed to start. Oh yeah, left side there, they've got it ground down already. They're not doing anything tonight, for whatever reason. Tomorrow night it kicks back up. Gonna be kicking up gravel. You can hear it on the windshield. I can hear it in the wheel wells. So I'm gonna have to watch this pretty close, make sure I'm not gonna get stuck in a major backup someday coming into work if they got a lane or two closed. Have to plan accordingly. blind spot and don't want to be next to one of those tires if they happen to blow. Also don't want to be directly in front of them, taking up his stopping distance. Said it before, a lot of people don't realize how long it takes to stop one of those things. It's not like driving a car. More dangerous when they're empty, because they are made to be driven fully loaded. Empty, you hit those brakes, you don't have all that weight holding you to the ground. It's kind of like a pickup truck. So many people drive their pickup trucks like a sports car, and they see them with the smashed front end. It says, well, you dumbass, because they don't stop when they're empty. They're made to be loaded. See how the road work goes. I'm still trying to, I've read the article multiple times and it's not very clear. And only once did I see on, I think it was a news article where they said that they're going to start the northbound side once the southbound side is done. And for me, driving home at 11 o'clock at night or whatever time I can get off, I may have to just start cutting through town every night until that's done. Follow him. Still got 36 minutes before my shift starts, so I'm just a couple minutes out for work. Usually sit in the car for 10, 15, 20 minutes, listen to the radio. Enjoy the weather for a little bit. Cars bouncing between 79 and 80 down here, so. One nice thing about the building I'm in, it's at the far east side of the factory, so it doesn't get that direct sunlight all day long. And our front door is kind of sucked back from the main front of the factory, so it even gets a little shade, so it stays cooler inside. Bus is going to take the right-hand exit here along with me. Nope, he's going straight. He should take the right-hand turn. Sweet home. If you've been following for a while, you know last year I'd come in and we talked about the construction and the deconstruction. It was two office buildings are gone. They got the backfill all complete. Everything is paved. They've even put a park in, and last week they opened the parking lot. So can't see it from this angle, but all that work is now done. So actually that wall just to the right there, see the bridge going across? There's that little building that kind of juts out with the white tank up on top. Just on the inside of that, on the ground floor, is about where I sit now. So much shorter walk. But I still park way back here. I could go down and find closer parking to that bridge, but it doesn't really save you any time. Watch this car coming out. Almost got hit last week by some dude come whipping around the corner, taking up the entire roadway. Another one of those, it was my fault because I was in his way. He's day shift. I should be clearing out of his way because I'm just a loaded second shifter. Mr. BMW has left and he has opened up a shaded spot. So we shall take it. Especially if we're sitting here for the next little bit. Yeah, we've had a really mild summer. Couple of heat waves come through, but this car says 75 degrees right here. We had a couple of days creeping up into the low 90s, but last week had a couple, and it kept the overnight temperatures a little warm. I'm hoping here in August we aren't going to have a blast of 90 to 100, but see anything in the forecast calling for that. So this is more like the summers I remember up here. Although I didn't spend any summers up here in the North Sound, I was always down south. We always had a marine layer that rolled in till about noon. Then it would be kind of cloudy like this for a little bit, and then maybe the late afternoon would be nice and sunny, and you'd hit, you know, low to mid 80s, and then the night would roll in, cool off. And for somebody who lived in the Central Valley of California, that was heaven, because I do not like the heat. Even this is actually a little warm for me. I like low to mid 60s. But I'm here, I'm parked, I'm going to turn the radio on, kick back for another 10-15 minutes, head on inside, do my shift, and get home and get this released, get this masterpiece released to the internet. Eventually we'll have to get into something fun. I got a few projects in mind, a few little things to do, but just got to make the commitment and get a plan together for them. So we'll catch you all in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.